If your personal finance software makes you feel lost, you're already falling behind. The right tool should feel effortless to use and powerful enough to track every dollar, any debt, and all of your investments. Today, we're breaking down the best personal finance software so you can avoid wasting time or money on the wrong one. Now, it's easy for me to just list out features and tell you what sounds great on paper, but here's the truth. Personal finance software programs are not just about what the company says and about all the marketing. It's about how real people actually use it day after day. That's why before you choose, you need to hear what other users are actually saying, because sometimes they don't hold back when something works brilliantly or when it fails miserably. Take Quicken Simplifi, for instance. When I looked into the user's reviews, I found a user who hit a serious snag. He reported a bug that locked him out of completely just both sides of desktop and mobile, no way to get in. On top of that, he had issues with transaction syncing, stalling for days, and found the rules for categorizing spending weren't as detailed as he wanted. So yeah, all of that sounds pretty bad. I won't sugarcoat it. A syncing issue is a critical failure for any good personal finance software. However, I'm not sure if that's the software's problem or maybe a Wi-Fi problem. I did investigate this specific complaint. It actually did appear to be a temporary bug related to an update that resolved fairly quickly. Not a constant complaint among the majority of users, just something to note. And on the flip side, many Simplifi users really rave about this best-rated personal finance software. I came across the review of a former Mint user who said that he was kind of glad Mint shut down because it pushed him to Quicken Simplifi. He loved how accurate the categorization was out of the box and said that he couldn't believe how much time that Mint had been wasting for him. Then there was this user who admitted that it took him some time to learn Simplifi, even though it's supposed to be more simple. But once he set up the custom categories and recurring transactions, the watch list and spending plan became game changers for him. With Empower, I came across one user who pointed out that after a year of smooth use, the app suddenly became complicated and had trouble loading, forcing a reinstall. Yeah, that's frustrating. But again, these cases did seem pretty rare. With apps constantly updating, glitches do kind of happen here and there. From what I've seen, though, Empower's support usually helps resolve it really quickly. And on the flip side, Empower is praised for what it does best. One reviewer called it a total lifesaver when he needed quick cash. Empower's cash advance feature gave him $250 instantly. No hassle, no stress. Another long-term user said that he started with $100 in cash advances and now qualifies for $400 every month. He admitted that the membership fee was well worth it. So those experiences show that Empower's value in real emergencies is something that not even the most personal finance software programs even offer. So it can be kind of unique. All right, now when I looked into Monarch Money, I came across this review of one user who said that the app can be both great and frustrating. His complaint was that it didn't give him a simple running total when tagging transactions, and that the goals section felt rigid. So that's fair criticism. But this review actually points to Monarch's core identity too. It's not designed for just tracking your Starbucks spending. It's a personal finance management software built for detailed, long-term financial planning. So the complexity can feel like a drawback if you want only simplicity. For users seeking depth, though, like this reviewer who described Monarch as a 100% sold replacement for NerdWallet, this is the appeal. He praised its flawless investment account connections, the recurring transaction tracker, and the powerful rules feature that automatically categorizes transactions with simple if-then logic. For him, it had everything. So, beyond the reviews, where do these best personal finance management softwares truly earn their keep? This is where their philosophies sort of clash, and your choice will become more clear. Starting with Simplifi by Quicken, what stood out to me was how business owners can manage clients right inside the app. You can add clients, you can assign expenses directly, and even send invoices to get paid. So that's huge if you're freelancing or running a small business. And on top of that, Simplifi integrates with Stripe. So once you link your Stripe account, payments will show up automatically and invoices get marked as paid without you having to lift a finger. Then there's the credit memo tool. If you need to issue refunds or credits for unused services, Simplifi makes that simple. It's a level of professionalism that you don't often see in personal finance software. But what about regular users? Quicken Simplify still shines there too. The credit score feature lets you keep on top of your credit health with really helpful tips. It even pulls in Zillow data to track your real estate values. And if you're juggling bills and income, the bills and income section previews your future activity. So that means no surprises. You can see those overdue bills, the upcoming income, and your combined cash flow all in one view. All right, next, Empower takes a different approach. Its core strength isn't just tracking, it's the active cash flow management. The bill reminders are solid, automatically pulling due dates from your linked credit cards and your loans. Having that laid out right in the dashboard means no more surprise due dates. Another feature I tried was the custom stock options account. For anyone with stock options or private company shares, this is incredibly useful. I entered a set of hypothetical option grants, I adjusted the pricing, and I could instantly see how their value changed under different conditions. It gave me a much clearer picture of what those options could be worth long term, something that most finance apps don't even attempt to handle. And then there's the Merrill Lynch upgrade for account linking. So this might sound kind of technical, but what it really means is more reliable, faster connections to your financial institutions. Then there's Monarch Money. Monarch's whole pitch is flexibility and long-term planning, and it shows. When I connected my bank and investment accounts, everything synced seamlessly. The platform uses multiple data providers, Plaid, Finicity, and MX, so if one provider has trouble with a bank, another can usually pick up the slack. So I liked having that redundancy so none of my data was lost, right? Monarch also gives you a budget forecast that spans over 12 months, similar to the others. So I played around with it. I added in a vacation expense in December, and I could instantly see how it shifted my projected budget. So all looking good there. That level of foresight is really invaluable for planning ahead. And Monarch is actually starting to use AI. So I tried its categorization, and it was noticeably smarter at tagging transactions compared to others. The natural language reporting also made it easy to ask for spending summaries without, manually filtering. Monarch isn't just a tracker, it's starting to feel more like a complete financial assistant that does everything. All right, so are these best personal finance software options without any possible downsides? Are they perfect? No, of course not. Nothing is perfect. Simplify can feel a bit overwhelming during setup, but once you power through that initial learning curve, it's smooth sailing from there. It gets simpler. Empower can feel kind of limited if you want complex goal setting, but that's also its strength because it keeps things simple. And Monarch's flexibility might feel like overkill for people who just want a quick budgeting app. But for households that manage serious money, that extra depth is a game changer. So yes, there are downsides, but they're really just trade-offs depending on what you value most. And when it comes to cost, too, all three personal finance softwares are priced competitively for the serious value that they provide, squarely targeting users who are ready to move beyond their more basic spreadsheet tracking and who want to truly manage their money in classical tools that offer that kind of depth. The key really here is to match the cost to your specific goals depending on the tools in the platform. Make sure to check the links in the description of this video for the latest pricing, any active discounts, and special promo deals for each platform. We keep those links updated so that you can always find the best possible value. At the end of the day, though, while Empower is really great for free tracking and it's simpler, and Monarch offers really deep customization, I think Quicken Simplifi strikes the perfect balance for me. It's the best finance software for people looking for a powerful but easy to use tool that simplifies your financial life without sacrificing critical insights. Check that link in the description of this video to get started with our special discount and coupon.